Today we are studying about integration testing. What do you mean by integration testing? The entire system is viewed as a collection of subsystems, that is a set of classes determined during the system and object design. The order in which the subsystems are selected for testing and integration determines the testing strategy. There are different types of strategies there. One is the Big Bang integration, bottom-up integration, top-down integration, sandwich testing, and variations of the above. So, what do you mean by a Big Bang testing? Big Bang testing assumes all components are first tested individually and then tested together as a single system. The advantage is that no additional test steps or drives are needed. Although this strategy sounds simple, Big Bang testing is expensive. If a test uncovers a failure, it is impossible to distinguish failures in the interface from failures within a component. Moreover, it is difficult to pinpoint the specific component responsible for the failure, as all components in the system are potentially exercised. So this is a Big Bang testing. Here in each unit is tested and combined it. Next is bottom-up integration. In bottom-up strategy, first test each component of the bottom layer individually. In this, which is the bottom layer, we can see that EFC, EFG. EFG is the bottom layer. So it will test individually and then integrates them with the components of the next layer. This EFG is combined with BCD, then to A, like that. If two components are tested together, we call this a double test. If you are testing three components together, it is called triple test. If it is four components, it is a quadruple test. This is repeated until all components from all layers are combined. So test drivers are used to simulate the components of higher levels that has not been integrated. And the pros and cons of bottom-up integration testing is bad for functionality decomposed systems. Test the most important subsystem. Useful for integrating the following systems: object-oriented system, real-time systems, systems with strict performance requirements. And the next type of testing is top-down integration testing. In this top-down integration strategy, unit tests the component of the top layer first, then integrates the components of the next layer down. When all components of the new layer have been tested together, the next layer is selected. Again, the test incrementally add one component at a time. This is repeated until all layers are combined and involved in the test. Test steps are used to simulate the components of lower levels that has not yet been integrated. So, the pros and cons of top-down integration testing is test cases can be defined in terms of the functionality of the system. Writing steps can be difficult. Steps must allow all possible conditions to be tested. It is possibly a very large number of steps may be required, especially if the lowest level of the system contains many methods. One solution to avoid too many steps is a modified top-down testing strategy. We are testing each layer of the system decomposition individually before merging the layers. Disadvantage of the modified top-down testing is both steps and drivers are needed. Next is sandwich strategy. It combines top-down strategy with the bottom-up strategy. The system is viewed as having three layers. The target layer is in the middle, a layer above the target, layer below the target. Testing coverages at the target layer. How do you select the target layer if there are more than three layers? Heuristic is try to minimize the number of steps and drivers. This is the sandwich strategy. And the pros and cons of sandwich testing is that top and bottom layer test can be done in parallel. Does not test the individual subsystems thoroughly before integration. Solution is modified sandwich testing strategy. Another modified testing is testing parallel. Middle layer with the drivers and subs, top layer with the steps, bottom layer with the drivers. Test in parallel, top layer assessing middle layer, bottom assessed by middle layer. This is shown in the figure. The steps in integration testing is based on the integration strategy. Select a component to be tested. Unit test all the classes in the component, put selected component together, do any preliminary mix-up necessary to make the integration test operational driveway steps, do functional testing, define test cases that exercise all use cases with the selected component. So what is the relationship among packages, classes, components, interactions, activities? What would be the model driven software testing? So the fourth test is do structural testing. This define test cases that exercise the selected component, execute performance test, keep records of the test cases and testing activities, repeat steps 1 to 7 until the full system is tested. The primary goal of integration is testing is identify errors in the component integration. Factors to consider: the amount of test harness, location of critical parts in the system, availability of hardware, availability of components, scheduling concerns. The bottom-up approach is good for object-oriented design methodologies. Test driver interfaces must match component interfaces. Top-level components are usually important and cannot be neglected up to the end of testing. Detection of design errors postponed until end of testing. The top-down approach is test cases can be defined in terms of functions examined, needs to maintain correctness of tested steps. Writing steps can be difficult. So next step of testing is system testing. System testing consists of functional testing, structural testing, performance testing, acceptance testing, installation testing. The impact of requirements on system testing is the more explicit the requirements, easier they are to test. Quality of use cases determine the ease of functional testing. Quality of subsystem decomposition determine the case of structural testing. Quality of non-functional requirements and constraints determine the case of performance testing. Essentially, structural testing is same as white box testing. Its goal is cover all parts in the system design. Exercise all input and output parameters of each component. Exercise all components and all calls, and use conditional and iteration testing as a unit testing. This is functional testing. Essentially the same as black box testing. Goal: the test functionality of the system. Test cases are designed from the requirement analysis document and centered around requirements and key functions. The system is treated as black box. Unit test cases can be reused, but in end user oriented new test cases have to be developed as well. This is performance testing. It consists of different types of testing. Stress testing, it stress limits of the system. Where volume testing, test what happens if large amounts of data are handled. Configuration testing, test the various software and hardware configuration. Then compatibility test backward compatibility with the existing system. The security testing, try to violate security requirements. Then timing testing, evaluate response times and times to perform a function. Environmental test tolerances for heat, humidity, motion and portability. Then quality testing, test reliability, maintainability and availability of the system. Recovery testing, test system response to the presence of errors or loss of data. Human factors testing, test user interface with the user. Test cases for performance testing is that push the integrator system into limits. And the goal is try to break the subsystem, test how the system behaves when overloaded, try unusual orders of execution, check the system response to large volumes of data, what is the amount of time spent in different use cases. Then acceptance testing is there. The goal is demonstrate system is ready for operational use. Here the choice of test is made by client or sponsor. Many tests can be taken from integration testing. Acceptance test is performed by the client, not by the developer. There is two types of test: alpha test and beta test. Alpha test is sponsor uses the software at the developer side. Software used in a controlled setting with the developer already ready to fix bugs. The beta testing is there, conducted at a sponsor site. Software get a realistic workout in target environment. Potential customer might get discouraged. Testing has its own life cycle. Establish test objective, design test, write the test the test cases, execute the test, evaluate the test, change the system, do regression testing. There's a test team is there, user analyst, professional, and system designer, configuration management specialist. Summary is that testing is still a black art, but many rules of heuristics are available. Testing consists of component testing and system testing. Design patterns can be used for integration testing. Testing has its own life cycle. This is all about this video. I will come with the next video. Till then, bye.